Welcome back to WKNC 88.1 FM HD1 Raleigh. This is Hermajesty, and I'm here today interviewing Collin and Rocky of No Fi and Laguna. They just released their self-titled EP, No Fi, on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. But without further ado, I'll let you guys introduce yourselves.
What's up? I'm Collin.
I'm Rocky. We're in No Fidelity.
We're in No Fidelity.
I play drums
I play guitar.
most of the time.
Well, yeah, we switch.
Yeah, we switch. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. Can you guys describe No Fi for new listeners who may have not have heard y'all yet?
It's loud.
Yeah.
It's really loud.
It's fast. It's punk, but it's really riff driven.
Yeah.
Punk.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun, I think. I think that's what's important.
It is
Yeah.
pretty weird.
It's definitely a lot of fun. Where do you guys find a lot of the inspiration for your lyrics?
That's our lyrics are kind of
It's kind of like silly stuff. We're not.
yeah.
We don't think very hard.
It could also be just spur of the like usually when we're writing something together, we sing something as like a scratch vocal track, but it will end up just being the lyrics because we can't do anything better. So there's different ways, but I don't know. I think there's a lot of sci-fi kind of themes.
Yeah. We do
like
go into that a lot.
Robots, X-ray vision,
Lasers,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a common theme, but it was not on purpose.
No, it's just kind of like what's going on in our head.
Yeah, I guess.
Nice. When you guys said in your song Robot Bobot, Robot Bobot, Robot Bobot, Robot Bobot, what did that kind of mean? What were you guys really getting at?
Man, that's really just a deep question right there.
Yeah, we could talk a lot about that, honestly.
Okay. I'm trying to remember us writing that song, the lyrics, because I have a faint memory.
Yeah, it was
of us doing something. I think the day we wrote that song earlier, we had said something about robot. We're trying to figure out robot bobot.
Something, yeah. It was.
Or I said robot bobot. It was a joke.
It was a joke.
And then like we were laughing at it, and then
like
we wrote that song, and then we were like, well, we should come up with some lyrics, and that was just like the thing. And so that ended up being the main part of that song.
Yeah.
And we never really changed it. And it feels stupid sometimes singing it, but honestly, there's no other. I wouldn't want it either way.
No, yeah, it's definitely really fun when you guys played it live.
Yeah, it's a good chant. And Robot Bobot's very charming
because it's just so dumb.
It's
so stupid.
It's very. We didn't think about it.
There was not a lot of effort, honestly, like, to make anything like clever. It's just. But now it's like a character in my head. Like
it's
Bobot,
cemented.
like,
it's stuck. Like
it's in the lore.
Of course,
definitely.
Yeah. How long have you guys been playing music together?
As No-Fi since
like
December of last year. As just playing music, we started playing music in
eighth
grade.
Yeah,
I would think, but it was
very like
it was weird.
It was
like,
weird.
I didn't play any instruments. I was just kind of singing, and I was just kind of saying like what we should make songs about. And Rocky could play like
I could kind of play guitar.
Yeah, so we ended up making a little EP called Buffalo Nipples, because of course we were in 8th grade, so that's important to remember. It's on SoundCloud if you can find it.
Yeah, it's under Skull Sock is the artist name.
Skull Sock, I think.
Yeah. It's pretty out there.
Songs such as Big Forehead, Battle Snake,
Burger,
and Your Mom, I think was actually the other name of the song. If you can find that.
It's an interesting listen.
It's something weird. Yeah, that's when we started playing music anyway.
Yeah.
And then we kind of messed around with like the idea of a band, and then we formed Laguna.
That was a big thing.
We just haven't really stopped. Yeah, we just kept doing it. And different combinations.
Nice. Was that kind of in eighth grade, like when music clicked for you guys, when you guys were like, this is what I want to do?
No, not for me, at least. I don't think it clicked until like our third Laguna show. Like that's when I was like, oh wow, this is actually pretty cool.
I think I always like I never knew I wanted to, but I think I always wanted to. Like I liked music. I was raised hearing a lot of cool music, and I always wanted to, but I guess I thought I couldn't. And then I actually like got older and just was like, I'm just gonna do this. And now, yeah. I mean, I started playing drums because we needed a drummer, but I ended up feeling like really attached to it. I really like that.
Nice. You guys just graduated from high school. Like, what is next for you guys, and how is that gonna affect the music?
Well, we're both not going to college next year, and I mean, a lot of people are moving away.
Yeah.
And but we're staying in the exact same spot, so we're gonna try to practice like every week, try to just write a bunch of stuff,
make a lot of music.
So hopefully sooner rather than later there will be another No Fi release. I think it'll happen pretty soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because we want the output to like reflect all the free time we're gonna have. I want there to be a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. I found you guys through the Charleston music scene, and how is coming up through that and sort of refining. If refined is where you guys think you're at now, to become what you guys are now currently.
I don't know. I think we always like. Well, I don't know. We were like pretty young, so it felt kind of weird being around like. I don't know.
We were playing shows where everybody was like 5 years older than us.
Yeah,
it was kind of weird.
And we weren't from Charleston. Like we were showing up to play. Like it always kind of felt like we weren't really in the scene. We just kind of were there.
But I always felt like people liked us.
No, yeah.
But the Charleston music scene, like downtown Charleston, like honestly, like I wish it was different. And I think that has a lot to do with the kind of music we write.
Yeah. It's a lot of like easy listening stuff.
And yeah, very soft stuff.
Very soft.
Which is awesome. I don't have anything against that.
No.
Really. But I can't remember the last time I saw like a punk band or like a rock band that was like doing it and younger,
Yeah.
And like, so that's kind of what I want to bring to it. Yeah.
So are you all from Somerville or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad.
But Charleston is, that's just easier to.
Yeah.
I'd rather be Griffin with that because there's like nothing.
No,
I know. I appreciate that you guys make the distinction. That's a big point of contention.
Yeah.
So what kind of makes No-Fi different than Laguna, I guess, besides the name and personnel? What kind of defines a Laguna song versus a No-Fi song?
It's kind of Laguna was a strange band. It's like the way we were doing it was like, I don't know, we weren't really trying to write Laguna songs. We were just doing whatever we were thinking of. So it's kind of like all over the place.
There was no vision.
No, and we didn't talk a lot about it. We just kind of,
there was no communication. Like,
no.
And now we all talk about stuff where it's like, I wish that was different. And we're like, oh yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
Why didn't we ever say anything?
No,
because we were just weird, like uncomfortable, like hormonal beasts. Like, I mean, of course I am still one of those, but
it's a little different now.
Yeah. It's like now we understand if we want, what am I trying to say?
Or we can get the vision out.
Yeah. If we want like a concept, we talk about it.
Yeah.
And we figure it out.
It's a lot more collaborative. And
also we just kind of took a break, like the pandemic, of course, kind of killed our band. So we took a break from playing, and then No Fight just kind of happened after me and Rocky started hanging out and a little bit more often, one-on-one. And I learned guitar, and I guess that's probably what makes it a lot different is I'm writing the melody, writing the songs.
Yeah.
Because in Laguna, I just add the drums, and I help like write the songs, I guess. But that's probably the main thing. It's just who's writing the songs and we actually have an idea in mind of how they should be.
So when you guys talk about vision, is that more of like a timeline for the band, or is that where the song and the projects are gonna go?
I'd say more song wise, because it tends to be like in the moment type stuff. Like some songs take longer to write, obviously, but I don't know. It's you want to think far ahead, but you can easily get carried away. So I try to focus on the stuff that's like right in front of us.
Yeah.
You guys were saying that just kind of in the moment. So is it a lot of jamming and then you find something from that, or how is y'all's songwriting process go?
Yeah, there's a lot of jamming.
I don't think, at least on this EP, there was one song that was written just
externally.
Yeah, Soup was that was his song. He plays guitar on that. I play drums. Besides that, it's reverse. But that one he recorded, and I heard it and I was like, man, we should try to make this a No-Fi song. But the other ones was just us playing. Like, I don't even know how it happened.
No,
I
it's just
I don't remember. Like,
we just kind of stumble upon it, and it's like,
yeah, and we're like, I like that.
Yeah, we gotta
just kind of keep going and add vocals and add different stuff, and we just keep playing it.
Yeah, you gotta play a lot,
and that's pretty much how those songs come about.
Where'd the name No-Fi come from?
I don't know. I think it's something that like it's an obvious progression from like lo-fi. It's like it's just a stupid little play on it.
Yeah, it's a pun.
Yeah.
Well, Rocky has a list of words in his phone, or like a list of phrases,
I just like write stuff down,
things that you've heard
that I hear. Yeah,
and that was in there, and I forgot. I think it's just we were talking about starting a band.
Yeah, and I was like, I like this name.
Yeah, and I was like,
you liked it too.
Yeah, I was like, that's awesome. It is. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, because it tells you what we're doing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I get it. As soon as you see it, you're like, oh.
Yeah, the Laguna cuts are a little bit cleaner. What's the difference in recording, I guess, between No-Fi and Laguna?
Laguna, okay. Well, it's all like home recording. Like it's all me basically like producing it, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So like a lot of the Laguna stuff, I was going into it trying to sound like professional. I was like, how do I make this sound?
But it ended up sounding like not
weird. Yeah. It sounded off.
But they sound fine. But
it's just like weird. It doesn't. Because I don't know how to make it sound professional. But with No-Fi, it's like
where it's more about capturing just the performance.
Yeah, there's a lot of live.
Laguna songs they were all tracked.
All of them. Every bit was tracked.
Just lay down drums, bass, then guitar, and just to a click. But there's not a No-Fi song to a click at all.
No. We always play the song
play
together, and then we play on top of each other.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like a live recording, and then we do like a little bit of overdubs. We do vocals, overdub, and stuff like that. Whereas Laguna was trying like
everything was isolated.
Yeah.
So that's how you guys record the most recent EP. And what's kind of next for both bands in the immediate future?
So Laguna just started. We just kind of got back to doing it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do an album. We're writing. We're almost like we're pretty close, honestly, to writing, like finishing an album up, and we're gonna record that. And we're gonna release it and see like what the reaction is, and if it's like okay, cool, whatever. We're just gonna kind of let it be its thing, But if people really like it, I'd like to play shows and stuff again with that band. I'd love to do that.
It's great. It's fun.
No-Fi, we are just right now. We're really trying to get shows. That's like important to us, and write more songs. And yeah, I'd like to do an album too, but I don't know. Maybe we'll just keep doing singles or EPs and stuff just for a little bit while we're focusing on other stuff.
What's like a venue that you guys really want to play?
Like local or just anything?
Just any. I mean, give me a local one and give me a big overall one.
I'd like to play Awandagh Green again.
Oh,
I mean, I know I've already played there, but that place is really cool.
It's a great atmosphere.
Eddie's so cool.
Yeah, he was cool.
He's
He was
a
cool
great guy.
I don't know. I'd like to play the Tin Roof.
Yeah,
I've
that
never
was
been
gonna
there.
be
That seems like a good
on my
place.
list.
That's all I can really think. The Music Farm, I don't even know if that really exists anymore, but
Oh, really?
I would always like to play there.
Yeah,
but I don't even know
It's a
like
cool place.
how you get to that point. But
Yeah.
Yeah, Music
I don't-
Farm is cool, but yeah, I don't know if it made it through COVID.
I think it was like really struggling.
Dang. I didn't hear
Yeah,
about
the
that.
last show I
But-
saw there was September 2019, I think.
Oh wow. Any venue.
Yeah, I just want
Um,
to play anything,
I,
anywhere.
what I don't know. I can't think of cool venues like
There's a video of Jay Retard playing in front of a record store on a street, and that's really cool. I'd like to play on a street.
or there's that video of Ty Siegel where he's just playing
Oh,
in a forest.
yeah,
That's a cool. I'd
that's
like to do
right.
that. I'd like
That's
to play in
really
a
cool.
forest. I don't know. Maybe I thought I was more prepared to answer that, but
Yeah, I mean, I like to play in cool places. Like
yeah.
there's a Slift played in like a bunker
It was
silo
like a
thing.
missile silo. or
Yeah,
something.
that's awesome.
I like to do something that's like memorable, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's interesting to look at.
I mean, if you guys can just like sneak onto the Yorktown,
I mean,
That would be legendary.
yeah.
I think everybody would know.
Yeah.
How do you
the
guys-
entire like?
oh no, keep going, Rocky.
No. I was.
How do you guys keep the energy up during y'all shows? Is it just like what you guys have been holding in, or is it just how do you guys put that much out there when you guys go that hard?
It's purely like some kind of monkey
Yeah,
brain.
I don't
thing,
really know what it
like
is.
just kind of being there, and I at that point I've been thinking about doing this all day, and I'm so like, oh, I'm so pumped. And then when I'm doing it, usually it feels like everything's going wrong.
Yeah.
So that kind of adds to it. But it's just kind of primal, I think. It's just like you just kind of let it take you in, and it's over
Yeah.
before you know it.
Yeah.
It happens so fast. But
My head shuts off.
yeah,
You're just doing it.
you're like, I've done this before. I can do this.
Yeah.
You guys have kind of mentioned that you find a lot of your inspiration just like hanging out, jamming on stuff, just like words you find around you. But like, who are your musical influences? What are you guys like listening to and being like, what's like on your vision board for your projects almost?
Well, I think the obvious is like King Giz is you can't really be writing like rock or psych rock stuff right now. Like if you've heard that band, you are under their influence, I think, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they're just legendary. But we really like the Ramones. We like
Jeff Rosenstock.
Jeff Rosenstock's cool. VOCs
Yeah.
is a big one for me. The White Stripes is fun. I like a lot of punk stuff.
Death from Above.
Death from Above, yeah, they
That's a big influence.
influence big time. But anything that's really fuzzy and loud and just kind of scratches that itch
Yeah.
in my brain is like what I'm going for.
Nice. Yeah. It definitely hits a lot of beats. This is kind of insane. Do you think that No-Fi could put out 5 albums in a year?
We could try.
Yeah. I think we could. I don't know how good they'd be. You know, we could definitely write a bunch of songs.
Definitely not anytime soon.
No.
But maybe if I had the resources, I would definitely like to do something like that.
Nice. You guys have a lot of demos up of sort of Laguna, and a lot of what you guys put out is really raw. Like, do you think in the future that you would want to like re-record it, or is how you have it now a lot of like that's the final form of it?
It's tough because you hear the songs and it's like it doesn't sound good, and you want it to sound better. And sometimes I try to go back and re-record songs, and sometimes you can't capture that energy of what you had on the demo.
What was there? Yeah.
Yeah, because whatever you did the first time, it really meant something. You know, it's not like
Some of the songs like My Livin', especially, I know like I like what we put out, but there's a demo of that song that I think it sounds too awful to release, but I don't think I'll ever be able to record that song like I was that day. But Laguna stuff, we are re-recording
a couple of them,
a few songs here and there. Yeah. So maybe we'll be able to get more like faithful cut.
Yeah. I think for Laguna, any re-recording will do it a lot of favors.
Yeah, you were saying that that's sort of what you were feeling when you originally did My Livin'. What was that about?
I don't know. I think we were jamming on like it was like a Thursday or something. It was just like an after work thing, maybe I'm not sure. But I think that song's a lot about like what I was thinking about at the time. What, you know, of course, a lot of the stuff, lyrics I write and things now are about, you know, my age and graduating high school and just like pressure, a lot of pressure on me. So that song to me sounds like a release of something, but I don't really know what I was feeling. I can't remember. And like I said, I can't channel what I channeled when I recorded that demo, but the song is still there and I think it's good.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite off the EP. Would you guys sell out if you guys had the chance?
Well, what do you mean by that? Like,
I don't know, maybe write a soundtrack to a Hallmark film, like a song for a car commercial.
I think my philosophy is if that's possible and they let me like do what I want to do,
what you want to do.
I don't care.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. If it was like, I don't know.
If they want to change what I want to do, like a lot, you know, it's like then there's no point. But
yeah, that's a thin line.
Yeah, and it's
like I don't know. I'd rather like do everything DIY for my entire life and not make it than like just take the opportunity to do something and like be good, you know. I'd rather like, I don't know.
I love making stuff like on my own.
Yeah.
It
I wouldn't
good.
ever want the artistic like control to be out of my hands.
Yeah,
that's like scary.
Because our like recording and writing and playing, it's like it's all like meshed together into like one thing at this point. It's kind of hard to separate that sometimes.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys wouldn't re-record a Maroon 5 song.
No.
That, I mean, maybe. You know,
well, which one?
No Fi, like Sunday morning.
That could work.
Maybe
it could work.
If you guys
I'd like to do payphone.
Payphone?
Yeah, I like that song, honestly.
If you guys could go on like a large like national tour or something with one band or artist, who would it be?
Oh, like that's active right now.
Anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone. Well, I don't know. I don't.
Sabbath.
Yeah, I would love to see and be around Sabbath.
And they went. I know they had to have gone to a lot of like just out there places. The Ramones. I know I already mentioned them, but they were playing just everywhere. So that would be fun. And it would be fun to open for the Ramones. I think that would be awesome.
If you guys kind of dipped out of what your sound is now, what is like one genre that you would like to explore, either in the future or just like if you had the ability to?
We love doom metal.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I want to do a doom metal no-fi something. I mean, we have songs.
Yeah, we have some like pretty good doom metal.
Yeah,
songs.
but we just don't.
It's
we don't have the like. I don't know. We just don't want to do that yet.
Yeah. We'll get there.
I'd like to do shoegaze. Honestly, I'd love to do that. But you know, I guess I just need more pedals. Honestly, but I'd love to do that. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't really know. I guess like I'm kind of doing what I want to do now. And I have like plans for the future, but it's not really like in my grasp yet, you know. Because like I want to make country music, but what am I gonna do right now? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, what is your guys' favorite Crayola crayon color out of like the 96 pack of crayons?
Screaming green, macaroni yellow, periwinkle.
Dang, you know the names. I don't.
I don't know.
I was just gonna say red. Like I don't know any of the names.
Red. Simple but effective.
It is simple, but red goes hard. I mean, go
Yeah,
back.
for real.
We're at
Red,
it.
I mean, it's a scary color.
What's something that we haven't touched on yet that you guys want the listeners or your fans to know?
Our EP is coming out on major streaming platforms
In like 2 days.
the 30th, right?
Yeah,
The
30th.
30th. So we've had a lot of people ask us about that, I feel like. So yeah, it'll be there. Check it out. You can follow us on Instagram, No Fidelity _. Shameless promo.
Yeah, we try to do cool stuff, you know,
Yeah.
keep the people entertained.
Yeah, be on the lookout for hopefully like music videos, physical release, stuff like that. All that good stuff. I want to do that.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Any upcoming gigs?
No. I wish. We're trying to get that figured out. I think we're getting pretty close.
Yeah.
But
Once we have a release under our belt, that's like,
yeah.
we'll be like, I think it'll be easier.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been Her Majesty with No Fi on WKNC.